Hey guys, I'm going to be walking you through how to scale images inside of InDesign. It works a little bit differently than you've probably experienced in the past with other pieces of Adobe software, but I think you'll find some similarities that might transfer over later on into other software that we work with, things like Figma and some other pieces of software that you'll come in contact with. So the way I like to describe this is that InDesign works almost like it has a framing method built into it, okay? And what I mean by that is that we can have a frame on our wall, and there's matting inside that frame, and then there's an image inside of that matting, all right? So the frame itself can hold a much bigger image, but we are kind of constricting how much we want to show of an image or not. So I've grabbed an image here, and I'm just going to real quick just drag and drop it into InDesign. And it should, let's see if it does it for me. It should just go through and create a frame for me. And you can see that this image is massive, guys. I mean, it does not even fit on an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. So this is a really big image. And what I want to do, I'm just going to real quick scale it so we can see what we're working with here. This is kind of a pain. I did this the wrong way. Well, I did it the right way, but I did it the long way. How about that? All right, so we should be a little bit more manageable now. Okay, so here's what we've got. We've got this image, and when we want to put this into our design, we don't want to show all this extra white area at the top. So when I have an image inside of InDesign, remember, this is a reminder, it's linked, so this image is not actually physically in the file. It is pulling from its location, which is saved to my downloads folder currently on my Mac. But this image itself, I can go through and find out some information about this image that will tell me some pretty important facts about it, all right? So right now, let's go here. Let's go to Window, and let's just go to just the basic advanced workspace. And when I click on this image, it says that the image itself, when I direct select, okay, on this image, it says that right now it's 8.25 by 12.37 at 27.5% of its original size. That's a problem for us because we remember this file is linked over on my downloads folder. So I'm processing an image and having to really choke down that file size every single time I'm working with this image. And that doesn't really work for us. So if I have a frame and I only want to show part of an image, right? I can do this. And I can bring that image in. See how long it's taking to process this? This is a pretty big image, guys. So right now, our frame, by using the selection tool, our frame is set to 8.25 by 7.615. So if I scale this up and down, you can see the height is changing. But the physical contents of the image frame are not being manipulated. I'm just choosing how much of that image I want to show. It's still there, right? If I want to scale the image and the image frame, so the frame and the contents of the frame, I hold Command, Option, Shift, and I grab the edge and I can scale the frame down. And that scales the contents inside of it. Whereas if I just do this and hold Shift, I am scaling the frame, but not the image contents inside the frame. All right? So just a couple fun facts about this. Remember, it works it's not really a scientific way of describing it, but it works in kind of a framing method, okay? This is, over here, this is technically a rectangle frame, and the contents of that frame are an image, okay? So in the next video for this section, I'm going to be showing you guys how to really make sure that you are scaling your images properly in Photoshop before bringing them into InDesign and having InDesign do all the hard work. We're going to go through and do all the hard work up front. All right, so join me on the next one.